Now to our Let's Move Quad Cities segment. Since November is all about honoring veterans, this month News 8's Angie Sharp introduces us to a local serviceman who got hurt while training but is now back in action.
For Andrew Gregory, moving is a mantra. You just keep going.
My main message, as well as what the military speaks to, never quit, never stop.
It's how the 31-year-old survived 5 military combat tours to Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as 2 separate back surgeries.
You have to be ready for the unknowns, and that really requires a top physical aspect of your lifestyle.
Andrew's first surgery happened after his 4th deployment when he injured his neck while training on the Rock Island Arsenal.
The disc in my 6 and 7 vertebrae had slipped out of the actual bone,
causing pain radiating down all the way to his arm and into his hand.
Dr. Michael Berry, a spine surgeon at ORA Orthopedics, was able to fix the problem by removing the disc from the front of Andrew's neck.
That takes the pressure off of the nerve, and then have to lock those bones together, which is called a fusion.
But then 3 years later, during his 5th deployment, Andrew hurt himself again.
And I just heard a pop noise in my back. Immediately went to the military doctors there in Afghanistan, and they had said, this is what we think it is, you need to go home.
Home he went, back to Dr. Berry, who Andrew says made possible what others said would be impossible.
They say that I need to be prepared to possibly not only not be able to ever run again, but I need to look at a board to exit my military career. My response was, I have a really good surgeon.
It's humbling to know that he thought so much of us here in the Quad Cities and the medical care that we can provide. I like to do surgeries to get people back to the level of function that they want to proceed with, and it's not to become more sedentary, it's to improve their quality of life, and he's the perfect example of that.
Today, Andrew continues to serve our country and is stronger than ever before, from lifting weights to lifting his 2 kids. He says his family is what keeps him going, doing what he loves doing, and inspiring others to do the same.
If you have an injury or a limiting factor, don't let that stop you across the board. There's always something you can do, always better yourself, and keep moving forward.
Let's move, QC. Angie Sharp, WQAD News 8.
Thank you, Angie. Now, Dr. Berry says that disc degeneration can happen to anyone at any age. To learn more about it and see how others in the Quad City community are moving better because of ORA, go to WQAD.com and type Let's Move QC into the search box.